I have partnered up with Alois to make a brand new Mordekaiser guide, and I would say it is the best Mordekaiser guide out there right now. I have given out every single piece of information that I could think of. Absolutely anything that I use, I gave out in this guide. Explaining mid to late game stages, itemization, runes, combos, absolutely anything and everything I could think of. Even video matchups, and some of these video matchups go on to be 20 minutes or longer, just for that one particular matchup. Currently, there are not all top lane champions in video format, but over time I will add more and more of them. This is also where the tips and tricks section of the matchup spreadsheet went, in case you were all wondering. As part of the agreement, I had to move it to this guide exclusively. Every other guide I have is still completely untouched, and the rest of the spreadsheet on top of the mobafire guide is still also the same on the Mordekaiser side. If you want to check it out, you can use the link in the description. With all that being said, please enjoy this video. This is one of the worst matchups in the entire game that Darius has. Your goal here is to not stomp the opponent, it is just to survive. And I'm going to explain my rune setup here. I take Phase Rush because it allows me to go for really short trades and then she can't really chase me down. I can do something like EWQ and then run away easily, or just stick onto her much better. You can also take Nimbus Cloak instead of Axiom Arcanist if you want to, and that's totally fine. And in the very small runes, I take Attack Speed, Adaptive Force, and then usually Health. But you can change the Adaptive Force in the middle for the movement speed shard, just so you are a bit quicker. It is also really important to take the red trinket here and not autopilot the yellow one, and this is because it will allow you to stay in brushes and soak XP. Vayne might straight up ignore the wave and just run at you. So if you have the red trinket, you can clear a ward that she places in a brush, and then you will just be able to stand in it, and if she face checks you, she should lose. The keyword here is should, because if she spaces you correctly afterwards, you might lose as well. And in the secondary, I basically always take Cosmic Insight and Biscuit Delivery. I take Cosmic Insight specifically because it gives me lower summoner spell cooldown, and usually Vayne will go for Flash Ghost. So if I press my Ghost and we trade our summoner spells at the same time, mine will always be up faster, because I have that Cosmic Insight, unless she also has Cosmic Insight. And usually I look to rush Ionian Boots, and this is because they also give you summoner spell haste. So if you combine the summoner spell haste from Cosmic Insight and the haste from Ionian Boots, your Flash and Ghost will basically always be up a minute sooner than her, and that is really good here. It might give you some kill angles. You might also get lucky enough to have your jungler path to you, and then maybe that way you're able to get some kills. This game I went for plated steel caps instead of Ionian Boots because they had so many auto attackers, so I felt like it would actually be better to go for the plated. After plated I go Stridebreaker, and then you can go for Edge of Night, and this is because the only ability that can proc that Edge of Night off of you is going to be Vayne's E. No other spell procs it, so you can just run at her and she won't ever be able to condemn you. But the main goal here is survival. Your mindset should never be to stomp this lane, it's to try to survive it.
godlike. An enemy has been slain. Killing spree. An enemy has been slain.
This Jax is running lethal tempo, but not Flash plus Ignite, and instead goes for Flash plus Ghost. I don't think it's as good as Flash plus Ignite, but it's not bad, because if he can get a lead, then he can actually just Ghost me down. Or he can use his Ghost to try to escape me when I press my Ghost as well. And him having lethal tempo instead of Grasp of the Undying will allow him to duel me harder. What I like to do is rush Spear of Shojin into Jax, and fight him a lot once I get it. You can also pull him every single time he jumps on you and tries to combo you, but the issue with that is that you will eventually run out of mana, because your pool costs so much mana. So you have to be careful on that. You can run mana flow band if you want to instead of Axiom Arcanist though, and that will allow you to have more pools overall. Once you get the Spear of Shojin, you can comfortably get 2 or even 3 Q plus W combos, which should basically allow you to win the 1v1 every single time. Early on, Jax will always be able to Q your Q, because his Q cooldown on rank 1 is 1 second lower than your rank 1 Q. Around level 7 is when you will actually be able to press your Q and he won't be able to jump it. That is if you get 2 Qs off in the fight, because at the beginning of the fight he will be able to jump out of it. After Spear of Shojin, I like to go Stride Breaker. The active of the item is really nice, especially because it allows you to line up a Q easier and just chase people down easier. Never underestimate his damage because he will have a disgusting amount of it. I actually didn't play that well this game and I kind of got camped a bit, but there's still things I could have done differently and I just wanted to showcase the game regardless. I don't want to just show wins and nothing else. Here I wanted to turn around this fight and 2v1 it, and I was expecting the final minion to die and it never did, so I didn't get my 6 and didn't get the chance to turn it around. This is kind of unfortunate, but I think if I did hit that level 6 I would be able to make it a 1-for-1. Perhaps I don't even die from this.
enemy has been slain. An ally has been slain.
This matchup can get really annoying, especially if Gragas is running Phase Rush, and 99% of Gragas players go for Phase Rush. He's just gonna perma-poke you with his combo, and it will take so long for him to fully run out of mana. Especially if he recalls and buys a Lost Chapter. Then he's basically never running out of mana. He might eventually run out of it, but you're gonna be dead by then. Going Mercury Treads into Gragas is really good, because his E knockback has a stun component, and you can reduce that stun with Mercury Treads, and that can even allow you to pull him back after he uses his Phase Rush, and that might force him to ulti you to actually get away from you. On top of that, you can also pull him out of his body slam, but it is quite difficult to do, and in melee range it's basically impossible. He needs to do a max range E, or else you just cannot do it. Whenever you are close to his turret, make sure you can't get ultied in, or you're probably going to die because you get CC change or you need to flash away. But there is also the possibility of actually killing him if he ults you into the turret and doesn't respect your damage. Try to take super short trades. One thing you can do is when he charges at you with his body slam is buffer your W. Just before the body slam connects, your W hits should go off, because it is an uncancelable auto attack, and that might give you more time to fight him after his body slam. If his Phase Rush is down, you can usually chase him down pretty hard, unless his ultimate is up. It is mostly about spacing and taking as little chip damage as possible, and whenever he goes in for a combo, you try to match that damage at the very least. If not, try to actually come out on top, or maybe even find a kill angle if he oversteps. Ronduin is huge here against Yasuo and Jinx, and it even reduces Shadow Flame damage. When you go below that certain threshold for the bonus damage on Shadow Flame, it is counted as crit damage. So Ronduin will actually reduce 30% of the empowered Shadow Flame crit damage. So there's some value against the magic damage as well. My team wants to go for Baron here, but I'm pretty sure the enemy team can actually contest us and stop us. So what I do is force the enemy team to fight me. Maybe I did not need to die here, but I wanted to make sure my team gets that Baron. So I just become a wall and make sure that they cannot pass through me. Not until I die anyway. Thank you guys for joining me in this video. I hope you found the information useful, and I will see you in the next video, hopefully very soon.
Night is falling on the old world. You won't live to see the new one.